So the headline is that the Capitol Police and Sessions are ordered to arrest any illegal alien that's attending the State of the Union. And regardless, I think that headline's great. And it's refreshing to see that people are still saying that. It's still being published, and seeing the reaction to it, everyone loved it. They thought it was great. Seeing some action and seeing that that's really a possibility that can happen, because any of these illegals can get arrested at any time, deported. Hopefully that means afterwards. And so just seeing that kind of pushback, that we still have it, because sometimes it really is discouraging. Not enough people speak up, and the silent, very majority want that. And a lot are kind of cheering on the inside. And one thing since Trump started to campaign almost 3 years ago is slowly people began to say more. And now they're saying even more. And that's one difference that Milo pointed out a couple months ago, as he lives here in the US now. I didn't know of that. But he said the difference between the US and England, which is sad because that only changed within the past few years since the refugees poured in. And for one, people are getting offended on their behalf, but also they're committing just so much crime. That'd be a week-long one of these. But he said what I kind of thought before, but the way he worded it was good. He said the reason that the US still has a chance against all like the globalists, the invasion, everything, is because the difference is that over there you take the poorest people, the poorest native England people, and they don't pay that much attention to politics. They don't know who their elected officials are. They don't know when the election is. They're more into the pop culture, and they're not as involved. But you take over here, you take what they always label as the white trash, who gets blamed for all the US and the world's problems, and in one sentence they're told that they're illiterate, and in the next one they're somehow powerful enough to control everything so that they're responsible for everything. And suddenly the trailer trash, the lowest of the low, is this world superpower, according to them. But those people here, they listen to the radio or they read the newspaper, and if they don't do anything else all year, when it comes election day, they get out there and vote. And they talk to their friends, they talk to their neighbors, they go to the bars, and that's the conversation, is the elected officials. And over here, it's very polarized, well, just like there, but they say the most, and that's why they get demonized the most. They say the most, they tell the truth, they tell it like it is, and sometimes go too far. And that's a whole lot better than the sugarcoating, what most people do. And so those people still pay attention. They still know who their mayor is, who their elected officials are. They hear what kind of a job they're doing, even if it's just more through the grapevine. They have an idea more. And they vote almost more than other people. And they're the ones that they won't let go of the Second Amendment and a lot of other rights. And so they're like the last block. And so they might just seem like nothing, but the globalists are afraid of them. That's why they get the most from them. And so they say that's why it has a chance. Just like I had thought before, I remember that Soros said in the 60s that the US will be hard to take over because there's going to be a rifle behind every blade of grass. And seeing that attitude, or that kind of energy is still here. It comes out at times, and I hope it comes out more. And that's true. And when you see you see, you read papers, you read headlines like that from some of the main papers, and that's just something else. You see, illegal aliens may get arrested, and of course the MSNBC people, they say that they want that when the Democrats bring in the illegal aliens, they want them to get the amnesty just right there. I can't believe that it fell that far where they're bringing them in as guests, and they're gonna, of course, act up. They riot everywhere they go. So, I mean, as disrespectful as it is funny. It's good that they're doing that, and I hope they do get arrested. I hope to see some arrests. It piques the interest even more. I remember last year during it, that it wasn't, I guess, officially called a State of the Union because he had not been in for a year, but at the address, before that, every single paper said that he was going to give amnesty to pretty much all these illegals here, and everybody was nervous to watch a bit of it and then turn it off, because it was just like, what is this? Is that going to be next? And then that wasn't, so either that was totally made up or they hoped or what. So who knows if either of this is true, if there's going to be arrests or if they're going to bring him in. But just the fact that there's all this pushback and that immediately there's all these comments like no, and people are being more vocal about it because maybe it hit breaking point where they realize they have to be. They realize the country's not worth losing. They realize not to be scared anymore, that what do they have to lose? And seeing more people that way, that just it gives hope, along with all these other headlines, because as we were told a couple weeks ago, the globalists, of course, are going to try to crash the stock market, as they've kept on reporting that it was artificially high and whatnot. And so, of course, it's gone down for the past couple days. And it just shows you shouldn't worry too much about it. You shouldn't depend just on that, no matter what it is, no matter what it looks like. And everything will be okay, because it shows that the patriotism's coming back. Just like apparently in a speech that Trump gave a few days ago, he mentioned what I had said. He said that it's not enough to get the economy going, to invest in the economy. We have to invest in the people. He said we have to invest in their communities and their histories. And that's along the lines of a lot of what a lot of people were thinking too. And I didn't know that he had said that, but I was hoping that we'd get more towards that, and even worry less about the statistics and more about that, about the culture. And so it's refreshing to see a bit of that, and I hope that trend continues rather than not. And it'll be interesting to see what happens today and in the next few days with it.